Hello students, today's English learning topic is tips to improve your vocabulary so you can communicate better in English. Welcome to the English Standing Channel. On the English Standing Channel, we make English learning videos to help you improve your English. Please consider subscribing by pressing the subscribe button below. Also press the bell icon so you can get future updates. An important goal of learning English should be to communicate effectively. But what does that mean? Communicating effectively in English involves being able to understand other people speaking, being able to respond to other people speaking, and being understood by other people. Basically, can you understand another person when they're speaking, and can they understand you? Having a good vocabulary is really important to be able to communicate effectively in English. Did you know that to be reasonably fluent in English, you would have to have a vocabulary of over 10,000 words? So how can you increase your vocabulary? First, you need to understand that there are two different kinds of vocabulary: active vocabulary and passive vocabulary. The first kind of vocabulary, active vocabulary, is the vocabulary that you are so comfortable with that you can quickly remember and use when writing, speaking, or thinking in English. Passive vocabulary is vocabulary that you can understand if you see it or hear it, but you are not comfortable using it when writing, speaking, or thinking in English. The key is to learn and study passive vocabulary until you are so comfortable with the words and phrases that they become active vocabulary. Over time, you will increase and improve your ability to communicate in English. The next step is to understand how much vocabulary is needed for each level of learner. For beginner level English learners, you need about 200 to 500 words. This level of vocabulary is good enough for very basic conversations, everyday introductions, and some tourist situations. To be conversational in English, or a sort of intermediate level learner, you need between 1,000 and 4,000 words. Obviously, the higher your vocabulary, the more conversational you'll be. For advanced level of English communication, you need between 4,000 and 10,000 words. At this level, you are able to communicate complex thoughts, understand specialized vocabulary for specialized fields, and understand news stories and current events in English. Over 10,000 words would be considered fluent in English. At this level, you would be able to talk about and understand nearly anything in English. For native level of English, your vocabulary level would need to be between 11,000 and 30,000 words. I don't want you to feel discouraged. Whatever your level of vocabulary, you can still communicate in English effectively. By increasing your vocabulary, you'll be able to communicate and become an even better English speaker. We'll continue the lesson soon, but please remember to subscribe by pressing the subscribe button below. Also, click the bell icon for future notifications. And remember to watch to the end of the video because I'll be sharing one bonus tip, but you have to watch to the end of the video. So how can you increase your vocabulary? I'm going to discuss some tips for improving your English vocabulary. One tip for increasing your English vocabulary is to learn new words every day. Check in the description below and you can find some links to free websites to help you learn new words every day. So how can you learn new words? You can keep a word journal. Write words in the word journal and study them often. Keeping a journal is also good for you as a reference for the future. You can keep a record of all the words that you learned to help inspire you to learn more. The next tip is to learn in context. What is context? Context is basically the who, what, when, where, why, and how of a situation. Context is the situation that something exists or happens and can help explain something. Vocabulary has more meaning when it is learned in context. So create sentences and stories using the new words you've learned. Try to learn vocabulary by theme or topic. For example, when you learn vocabulary around the topic of food, or sports, or music, or movies, you provide more context for the vocabulary. Learning vocabulary this way will help you understand the context within which the words are used. The next tip is to read, and read a lot. Reading is one of the best ways to expose yourself to new words and new phrases, and to learn new words and new phrases. I can hear you now, but Danny, my English isn't good enough to read a lot. That's not true. We recommend graded reading. What is graded reading? Graded reading is often called easy reading. Graded reader books are written so that they can be understood by second language learners of English, just like you. The graded readers have several different levels. The benefits of graded readers are that they have great stories and leveled vocabulary that you can learn easily. We think you'll find graded reading quite enjoyable. Please check the link below in the description to find links to different free websites that offer graded reading. The next tip is to watch and listen. As your English ability improves, you can start to experience more ways to improve and increase your vocabulary. Watching YouTube videos, for example, like this channel, or YouTube videos around topics that you're interested in, is a great way to expose yourself to new vocabulary words. Or watching movies in English or TV shows in English can be a great way to learn new vocabulary and English phrases in context. This is considered audio-visual learning. Audio means the sound, and visual means to see. Watching YouTube clips, TV shows, and movies in English gives you the opportunity to experience and learn real English phrases that people would use in real life. Coming up, I'll share the bonus tip. But first, please remember to subscribe to our channel and also press the like button. All right, time for our bonus tip. Use it or lose it. This means that you must use the vocabulary that you've learned, or you may forget the words and phrases. So how can you use it? Well, some students may not have access to other people who speak English, but that doesn't mean you can't practice. Try to find some free English learning groups online. Find and join English WhatsApp groups. Ask coworkers who are also interested in learning English to practice with you. If you're a student, practice with other students. If you can't find people to practice with, be creative. Create stories and dialogues in English and practice by yourself. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Please consider subscribing to our channel and like this video. Also, please share this video with your friends who might be interested in learning English. Thanks for watching the English Danny channel. Bye-bye.